Hi everyone, this is Harshdeep and I am the founder of Legitt AI. So in this video, what we will do is we've already seen how we create um, a contract using templates or the Gen AI functionality, or you can upload the contracts. But we'll go through the details of how you can create workflows in Legit. So this is the My Work page where you land. Most of the actions that you want to do, you can initiate right away from My Work. So we'll go to create. I'll just select a template. Once you have selected the template, it pours all the content of the template onto the editor, and you can edit it. We've already seen you can put in the date, the information regarding the parties, their legal jurisdiction, their legal entity addresses, who are the signatories. So all this information, once you put in, click on save. Okay, now you see this menu has expanded. Okay, a lot of new functionality has come in. By default, it adds the person who is creating the document as one of the signatories. You can remove it. Okay, now there is, besides content, there is another tab called create workflow. Click on create workflow. It offers you multiple options to add additional stakeholders onto the document. We'll go through this one by one. So signatories, we already know. The two parties, the party that is creating the document and the counterparty that has to sign it, both the parties, they can be added. So as I said, by default, whoever is creating the document is added as a signatory, and you can remove it with this icon. And you can add the second signatory. So let me add my co-founder Ravi. What we have added additional is, instead of email, you can add the person's phone number also. It'll send the notification on WhatsApp. Okay, so I'll just add uh, the email. So now if you want the person to submit a proof of identity or click a selfie and upload, you can check these boxes. You want to put in the company details, the organization details for this person, you can do that and click on save. Okay, and if you have to set the signee order, just click here. You want Ravi to sign first or you want to sign first, you can set that order. So that's one of the functionality. So imagine if there are multiple signatories here, you can set the order. When you set the signee order, when you switch this on, it'll first send the document to me or whichever party you have selected. Say it'll first send it to Ravi. When Ravi signs it, the document comes to me. Imagine a scenario where you are creating this document and sending it out to your customers, and you want the customer to sign first. So create an order, switch this on, create an order, and add the customer name here. First, the customer signs the document. Once it is signed, the document comes to you. You can sign it. So this is one of the ways you can add a step in the workflow. So it'll update it here. Initiator is Harshdeep. These are the two signatories. So you can add the signatories at the end also. Okay, so now this is collaborators. Okay, so if I have to add somebody as a collaborator, say let me add Varun and add an email ID. So I can have the collaborator with three roles. So one, I can give the role of an editor. The person can edit the document. I can give the role of the person to just comment. The person can has the ability just to comment on the document. The comments will come on the side panel. I'll show you where you can see the comments. And if the person is an approver, you can click this. The person is added as an approver. Click on add approver, continue. So there is one collaborator, Varun, and he's the editor. So he's the approver. So if you want to add an editor also, let me add Lisa. Just give some email ID. This person is an editor, add collaborator. So it has added as a collaborator. Click on continue. You see the person added. There are two. collaborators, out of which Varun is a approver. This is just an editor. So now if I want to add multiple approvers, so let me add Chris. This person is an editor. Let me change it to comment only. Is an approver, add approver. Similar to signatories, I can switch on that, okay, first Chris needs to approve this document and then it goes to Varun for approval. Click on continue. Now you see there are three approvers, Lisa, Chris, Varun. Out of these, first Chris will approve and then Varun will approve, and then it'll go to Ravi and Harshdeep for signing. Okay. So now if I want, I can remove this approver order. So it'll send to both the parties in one go. Similarly, if I want, I can remove the signing order here by the signatories. It'll send the document in concurrently to both the parties and they can sign it. Okay. But before that, the approvers has to approve it. So this is the workflow that it takes. So there might be some people in the organization who just want a signed copy of the document. They are neither signatories, nor their collaborators, nor their approvers. So there might be a department or a party. Just add a person. So it can be an individual or a group. Say once the document is signed, you want to send it out to the accounts or the finance department. So you can click here, Legitt AI team, or you can add individuals. Click, they have been added as a um, added as a party that will get the copy of this document. And this is for automated approval. So when we configure the application, if you want, say, approvers to be automatically added to a document, and it can be template wise, that okay, whenever an NDA is created, this person is the approver or this team is the approver. When a business agreement is created, this person, or a sales contract is created, you can have it template wise, you can have it product wise, you can have it service wise, region wise, vertical wise. So a lot of flexibility, and we'll cover this particular um, part where you can automate approvers, uh, and also delegate. If the approver is not available, who should approve it? So that delegation of authority, DOA as we call it, we'll discuss in a separate video. So now once you have created this, click on finish. uh, Sorry, I'll have to add the signatory. So I did the two signatories, I did not add the signatory blocks. I'll just drop the blocks here. Click on finish and it'll send the document. So you have to complete all the variables as we discussed in the template video, and click on finish. It'll first send for approvers. So it'll first go to Chris, then to Varun, then to these signatories. Click on send for approval now, and it'll send the document. So if you want to recall it, you can recall before the person approves. The person can approve or reject it. We'll see it in a separate video, how to approve and reject documents. And if the person rejects it, it'll create a new version. So it'll right now update that, okay, who initiated the document, when it was finished, when it was sent for approval, all the approvals. It'll jot down all the details, when Chris approved this or rejected this, or when Varun approved this, and then automatically it'll go step by step to the signatories. If a person rejects it, it'll create a second version. When you start updating it, it'll manage the version also, that this version was not approved and then updated, and this version was sent for signing, sent for approval, this was approved, and this is the version that we are using. So it'll manage the versions here, manage the history here, and if we go back, you can see the workflow created here. So you can create a multi-layer kind of a say workflow, approval, signatory workflow, and add different roles to these collaborators that we add on this. So this is how you can use Legitt AI workflow functionality to create workflows for collaborators, signatories, or people who just want to have a copy of the document. Thank you.